on the road to the Holy Grail.
I am pretty hard on myself, but I believe to achieve at the highest level you have to be pretty tough on yourself, you have to be a tough competitor. And my goals for the games are basically to do my best, and every time I get in that pool to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to win gold.
25-year-old Priya Cooper has the Midas touch when it comes to swimming. She owns 8 Paralympic gold medals and has more than 20 other golds from international competition.
Competing in Sydney means amazing things to me because it's competing in front of my family and friends in my hometown now, so it's just fantastic.
But Priya's gold rush looked like ending when an injury forced her into hospital for a shoulder reconstruction 11 months ago.
I just was very, very upset and devastated, but I had to go for the operation, went and did it, and then straight from the time I got out of the operation, I was just wanting to get back in the water and worked really hard.
That's when Priya called on performance coach Glen to help give her a psychological edge over her opponents.
I want you to hear that music in your head, the Hunters and Collectors song, and really hear it so it really stimulates you, motivates you, drives you.
There's no pumped-up motivational speeches. Instead, Glen likes to create positive mental images for athletes that they can play over in their heads like a movie.
Good work. We were creating the right soundtrack to the movie, the right picture to the movie, and making sure that it was actually really supportive and encouraging for Priya to actually achieve her goal.
So is this what these athletes think about when they swim those laps?
Yeah, they're listening to their favourite soundtrack, they're listening to they're seeing their favourite pictures. It may be as simple as seeing their parents, or it may be seeing their loved ones or their partner, their husband, their wife, whatever it is, encouraging them.
Has it worked for you?
Oh, definitely. You know, we hooked up a few months back, and I've played a lot of tournaments since then, and been to Europe and America and won.
David Hall is ranked #1 in the world for wheelchair tennis. He makes it look easy, but it's a tough sport mentally as well as physically.
You know, it's really a mental battle out there between you and your opponent, and tennis, you know, the way the scoring system's set up and things like that, anyone that plays knows that you can go from high to low in, you know, virtually 10 seconds. So, you know, it's a massive mental strain, and that's where Glen's really helped me.
And when you won, when you sort of realised that you were #1, what was going through your head? What were you thinking? Would have been fantastic.
Glen's approach, you know, it's not as blazingly aggressive as like a sledgehammer, and it's, you know, we need to motivate you, you know, we need to yell at you, we need to get in your face, and, you know, you need to go and bust your head against a couple of lockers and stuff like that.
Glen works with more than a dozen top athletes in all kinds of sports, even those where you'd least expect his softly style to work.
Glen's been fantastic. He's a guy who treats everybody as an individual. That's the only way you can do it. Glen will sit you down, they'll ask you things that you think are totally ludicrous about your family, this and that, and he goes home, he analyses everything, and he comes back with a great result.
And that's it, it's all over.
The boxers that train with Jeff Fennick also have to work with Glen.
He's always there to give me advice and to help me, and prior to my boys fighting, he always is on the phone, he comes to the dressing room with me, he listens to me talk. I get advice from him, I pass it on, and then he has to talk to the boys as well. I think it's a winning formula.
That's good, well done.
Glen's expecting gold-winning performances from both Priya and David this Games. He'll be one of the very few spectators who know exactly what they're going through.
Oh, look, I love a success story from, you know, no matter where it comes from. So being a part of it and being able to see it day in, day out is very fulfilling. It's a great, and I love my job. It's great.